I'm a mother and a wife, a certified public accountant, and audit manager by profession, but I'm a trainer and coach by passion. At the peak of my career as audit manager of Emirates Airlines here in Dubai, I actually experienced burnout. It was one of the most difficult moments of my life because I've always loved my job, and there were days I am not okay and I cannot even accept that. So fast forward to today, I found that my burnout was a calling for me to find what's the meaning of my life. And today, I'm very excited to help more women, to help more professionals overcome burnout, because your burnout is a breakdown, but it's also your biggest breakthrough. And I'm not only a wife, a mother, I'm a sister, a daughter. I play so many roles, a business coach, but I think what always makes me, flicker or just continue doing what I do is that my goal now, and I realize my mission, is to help others live happier lives and to really help them overcome and end burnout. During my audit manager job at Emirates, I've always loved that. I've always wished for that. But there were days I had to drag myself to office. I was always sick and I was always stressed. The worst is that my kids are getting sick too. And they will always ask me, "Mommy, are you okay?" I cannot even answer that question because first, I never lie to my children. Second, I cannot even accept I am not okay. But there was one defining moment. I remember one evening, my husband told me, "Are we okay?" Because when I experience burnout, it's not only affecting my work, it's affecting my children, it's affecting me personally, but it also affected my relationship with my husband. He felt that I was unhappy, but he doesn't know how to make me happy anymore. And I myself don't know what happiness means. So I had the courage to say, "It's not you, it's me. Let me find myself." And that began the journey of personal development. I cannot count how many coaches I've worked, how many programs I took to be in the place where I am now, where I am happy and fulfilled. Because, it's very difficult to be in a stage where you should be happy in many levels, logically, but your emotions saying you're not okay. And what I learned from this experience is that our emotions are right for us. And when we become sick, because we have suppressed our emotions too much. And fast forward to today, I've learned how to deal with my emotions. It's really powerful. I've taught my children how to process their own emotions. And I've taught a lot of people that burnout is not bad. It's a calling for you to find something that's meaningful, to find what you really are meant to do in this world. And that makes me more excited because honestly, I've been through so many things, career reinvention, but what keeps me going every day is knowing that I'm making a difference in my children's life, and also to every people who wants to understand it's okay if you're not okay. Be your own hero. My life is full of struggles. I cannot explain how many, but I think I'll start from my humble beginnings. My dad died when I was 9 and I was the youngest. And, I saw my mom, she suffered so much. And my mom is, a single parent mother. There's nothing and no one who can stop you from achieving your dreams. And that is just my college journey. But I think when I went to Dubai and, I've started to do many things here. Even my progression as audit manager has become tough. I remember having this conversation with one of our heads because a lot of my colleagues are getting promoted. And I was like, but I'm ready. I'm not getting promoted. I was expecting for that, but I didn't get it. And I remember having this conversation. I asked him, what do I need to do to be the next manager, to be promoted? And he said to me, "I never knew you wanted the promotion, Wanda, because you have kids." For me, it doesn't make it right or wrong. But this experience taught me again that, if you want something in life, you have to go for it. You have to ask for it. It will not be given to you. And my life has always been like that. I was able to get job offers, get this job in Dubai, and get business partners around the world because I always ask people who I think is meant to work with me. And if I want something, I will go for it, and I never give up. You know, women is strong on many levels. I myself, I'll always say I'm a very strong woman because I was raised by a strong mother. And that's why I'm very dedicated to also raising my children. I left my job for that reason for 2.5 years because I want to be that mother who is physically, emotionally, spiritually present with my children. I know that women are powerful in many ways. We change generations to come. I know how I raise my children now will define how they will raise their children and my children's children. So I'm very particular with it. I realized that when you understand that you can do, be, and have everything you want because you have the power to do so, then you will go for it. But you need to be reminded, because as a woman, generally we're always like very shy. We felt very insecure in many ways. But when you step into your power, I always call my daughter, be your own hero. You need to step into your power, because when you see that you have no limits, when you understand that you can really accomplish anything you want, then you will truly become unstoppable. And the house is where the change is. We mothers build the beliefs of our children. We can make them or we can break them. And I am where I am today because my mother believed in me. And that's why I'm very dedicated to helping a lot of mothers, because I know mothers are the force, behind the health and the healing of the family, physically, emotionally, mentally. It's the success of foundation in society. And I hope more women will understand that they have a very big role. Even if they're just housewives, stay at home, they have a very big role of raising the children, because the success of the children is always, always dependent on the parents, and especially the mother, because from the womb, I also learned a lot of the things from my womb. My children have carried those traumas or fears. And as I learned to heal myself, they are also healed. And nobody knows that. And that's why I'm always, always passionate about sharing. You need to be your own hero. You need to be your own healer, because that's the way the others will find healing, happiness, health, and fulfillment in life. I'm very passionate about helping women who are now ready to get the help they need. When I started my journey, there was no one. There was nobody. When I wanted to leave my audit manager job to become a housewife, I didn't get any guidance. A lot of people, my friends, even my family said, "Are you sure you're leaving your job to be a housewife?" And it was a very difficult decision for me. But I also learned that even if I stepped down and took a leap of faith to leave my career to raise my children, it was one of the most defining and best moments of my life, because that developed a bond between me and my children that is unexplainable. And I also learned I can always reinvent my career. I can be an audit manager, I can have my own business, I can be a trainer and a coach, but my children's younger years, I can never return. And you need that sanity, you need that support. That's why I'm very happy to now help women make those tough decisions for themselves, because I myself have been to so many trauma of, making that decision. Similarly, when I get my promotion, nobody taught me how to. When I started my business, there was no guidance. I was like, why do I always have to start? It's very difficult when you're starting, when you're disrupting something, because you're the first one. But I always tell my children, I want to disrupt the world now so that it will be easier for you. It will be easier for you to be seen, that it's okay if you become a mother someday, you leave your job, then you go back again, you start a business, you just do whatever you want. Because when you become a mother, there's a very important role that you do, and that's irreplaceable. You're irreplaceable at home, but your work, you can always reinvent it. And I'm very passionate about helping those mothers now. So I have this called Queens Group. I want to help women step into their queen power through coaching. Not only me, but I have a partner from Switzerland, a former CFO of Citibank. She had, been through many challenges in her corporate career too. So we tied up together to make a difference, to really help women, mothers navigate career and motherhood. Women today are facing many problems, but I learned that the biggest problem we have is ourselves. When I began my journey to finding why am I here, what am I meant to do, why am I always sick, why am I having problems with my husband, I learned that it is all because of me. The problem I see in others, I always realize it was all because of me. And I hope more women will understand that to rebuild, resolve, and restart something, Mahatma Gandhi is right. Everything, the change needs to start from within you. And I hope women will understand that, because it's always easier to blame the work because you're stressed, to blame the children, that's why you're tired, to blame a lot of things, that's why you're burned out, you're sick. But the truth, if you want to take care of yourself, nobody is stopping you. And when you do take care of yourself, what I learned is that it's not about being selfish, it's about giving more. You can love more, you can do more, because you take care of yourself too. And it doesn't have to be grand. You ask yourself now, what do I want to do to be happier now? And it's a very simple question, but sometimes you just need a cup of coffee for yourself, or just a silent moment, because when you do found that solitude, that place where you're safe, then you have more love to share to your family. I hope more women will understand that, yourself is like in the airplane, right? You need to put your oxygen mask first. There's so many problems in the world, but that problem, the solution to that starts with you. And when you start doing something for some problem you want to solve, then you will make so much difference to yourself and to every interaction that you will have. In terms of sustainability, what I believe is that sustainability starts from home. And thankfully, my mom is a great example. She is into planting things to make sure that we have some green, fresh air, and of course, something that benefits the house. My children are a great example too. They always remind me that, mommy, reusing and recycling is something we need to focus on. So before we leave the house, when we go to the mall, there are two things you always have to have. A bottle of water, so we don't need to keep on consuming and buying these water bottles. Second, we always have shopping bags. So when we do groceries, or when we shop for clothes or for anything, we always have something. And I think what's important also is to declutter continuously, because a lot of waste we accumulate over the years or over the months when we do shopping. So consciously every month, I look at the cabinet, in the kitchen, and in the room, and we let go of what needs to go. We donate the clothes we don't need to use, or either we send them home. It's very important also to repurpose any waste that you have, because sometimes I have this actually granddaughter who lives nearby. I have this plastics everywhere, or sometimes I have this carton. We make it as a toy, because I want to teach her that you don't need to buy a toy. We can make something out of a trash, like those caddy from the coffee shops. We make a lot of things there, and it's fun because we paint. So sustainability is very important, because when you use the resources and for something else, it makes you understand that there's a purpose to everything, and everything can be repurposed. Fitness to me is on many levels. First is about fitness of my soul. So as soon as I wake up in the morning, I really pray. And then when I get up, it's the fitness to my body. So I make sure I drink warm water with lemon. And then fitness, of course, to the body as well is through exercise. So at least I do at least 5 minutes of either meditation or some kind of brain exercises, or jogging or walking, just to wake up my brain. These 3 things I'm very serious about nourishing my mind, my body, my soul, because fitness is not just about physical fitness. I learned it's about more mental wellness also. Well-being is something that we always put at the last. I've been there myself. I thought sickness is just normal for me because I'm a working mother. I thought sickness was normal for my children because doctor said it's viral. But there came a point in time when we had to go to the clinic every weekend. It just became so tiring for me. That began my journey to, I need to know how can we heal ourselves. Because the truth is that we have the power to heal ourselves. We have the power to take care of ourselves. And the moment you start taking of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, the weather is never a factor. For the last 7 years, I thankfully stopped seeing doctors, and so my children too. And that saved so much time, money, and energy from me. And I learned it all started with me taking care of my mental health, understanding that, wait, when I actually am sick, I am stressed. Then I go back to why am I stressed? And resolving that. Similarly for my children, the moment they come to me, they have a headache, we have a conversation. Did you drink enough water? Is there something that happened in school that stressed you? Because the moment we adapt and took care of our body, our mind, they stop getting sick already. There's no need to see the doctor. So taking care of yourself is a priority. When you become sick, that's the last resort, meaning you've gone to the last level. And well-being is very, very important because you only live one life, you only have one body, so take care of it. I look forward seeing you at Dubai Women's Run, 3K, 5K, and 10K at Dubai Festival City. See you at the starting line.